Hello and welcome back to Charlie's Diary, guys. This is Justy, and today we will be seeing player positions and its importance in top 11. Okay, so what it means is, there are a few positions which you should know, and it will actually help you devise your own strategy. If you clearly know what each position does, then it will help you with the game. Also, the next video which is about to come requires the need to know all these positions in advance. So instead of making that video too long, I thought I'll split this. Okay. Also, I'd like to mention over 70% of my viewers have not subscribed. So kindly do subscribe and help me with that. Okay. All right. So let's get on with it. So I'll be briefly mentioning all the positions that are there, and we will see what it does as they come. So with DC, we have two, which is your sweeper and your center back. Okay. Then we have your fullback and your wing backs. Okay. Which comes in DL and DR positions. Okay, respectively. And then you have your register, which is register, or it is also known as DMC here, which commonly known as DMC. Okay, it is actually a register. Then you have your midfield positions, which includes slightly attacking midfielder and a defensive midfielder. Then you have your AMC, or your inside forwards. Okay, so attacking midfielder, commonly they are also known as inside forwards. Okay, then you have your winger and your second striker. Okay, so we will see what each one does. And finally, in the forward section, you have two, which is one is your forward and one is your striker, and both are different and both have different functions to perform. Okay, so we will see in advance what each one does. So a sweeper or a libero, okay, commonly they are also known as a libero. What they do is they actually perform a lone man DC. Okay, they will stay alone behind along with the GK, and they will actually prevent all the breakthroughs that come breaking your defense. Okay, that is their job. And a center back is commonly known as a DC, and what they do is they actually perform all the duties of the DC, but they actually move a little forward than the sweeper. Okay, now you have your fullbacks, who normally move along the wings. Okay, only up to your midfield positions. That is the difference between a fullback and a wing back. Okay, so a fullback only moves up to the midfield position, also performs all the duties of a defender, whereas a wing back actually moves the whole field. Okay, the whole strip which you can see, he moves along there, controls the wing play from defense to attack. Okay, so that's about your wing backs. Now the winger actually moves from the midfield to up to the striker's box. Okay, along the wings only. He will also move in based on what kind of role he has. Some wingers are actually inside wingers and some are outside wingers, which is a big topic. So anyway, that's about winger. And a second striker, we have covered this a lot of times, but again, he actually covers the center area and moves along the center, controls the play. Okay, he performs like a midfielder and an attacker. So that's about your second striker. Now you have a forward. Okay, a forward actually builds up the play from the middle and tries to assist whoever is possibly the best candidate to perform. Okay, so that's about your forward. And a striker actually stays only in the penalty box, or he actually stays with this with the main defender. That's a better way to put it. So that's how a striker performs. Now in the first section, I have showed you exactly where to place them to make all these positions active. Okay, so go back, pause the screen and check and come back if you have doubts regarding that. Okay, so now we will actually put all these positions into play and see how they perform in top 11. Okay, so now we will actually change the formation. We will use a libero uh, and we will use a libero, a regista, a second striker, and a striker and a forward as well. Okay, because only then you will get to understand what each position really does. Now, basically, if you use a libero, it is best that you place him as far behind. Okay, and don't overcrowd in front of the GK. From my experience in top 11, that is what I found. Okay, now the wing back is a player who actually falls in the DC line itself. Okay, and a full back goes above the DC line. Okay, so now I have set the DC side. Now the register is okay. Let he can be there itself, because you have to cover the space between, and you need to give space in between the players also to perform. So in order to make this slightly systematic, I am actually moving the players here and there. We will set this, and finally I'll explain to you why. So you have your striker as your forward. Now I'll move. This thing is actually yes. So you have your striker now, who is a forward, who is a striker. Now you have to place a forward. Okay, in the striker position you have to place a forward, and we will make him a winger, because this midfield is already there. No, so it is ideal that we place him as a winger here. And now we will put Rooney as the second striker, so that he falls just besides the midfield player, so that two midfield players will be there throughout the match. Okay, so now I think the striker should move this way. Yeah, it is best, because that way, because you are actually crowding this space, so this is ideal. Yes. Okay, so we have a formation set. Okay, now what you must understand is, when you have a full back, the formation is counted along with the DMC. Okay, so when you read formation, say 3-2 3-2-2 1-1, you know that there are two DMCs. But if you use a full back, the full back is actually getting counted along with the DMC. Okay, so that is the difference between a full back and a wing back. There are two wingers, that is what I am trying to tell you, and when you actually check it, you will understand it better. So now we have a libero, or a sweeper, a normal DC, a wing back, a full back. Okay, and you have a regista or a DMC. Now the spaces between them is clearly okay. Okay, and you have one midfield, which is okay, because the second striker is actually going to fall in the center, and he will actually partner with the second midfield and play an important role in the match itself. Okay, so you have that, and then you have a forward. Okay, you have a forward and a striker as well, a striker and a forward, and you have a winger. Okay, now the formation should actually read: three defenders are there, your wing back, your libero, and your DC. So three defenders, your fullback and DMC will be counted together. So 3-2, your one MC, your one winger, and three strikers, where one is the second striker. So your formation should read 3-2-1-1-3. Okay. Also, you must understand the second striker actually falls in the midfield, but he is actually counted as a striker. So 3-2-1-1-3. So we'll go back and check what it is. See, you have your formation, which is 3-2-1-1-3, just like I said. So this is actually that is how you must actually really look into when you read an opponent's formation. You should check every player where they are placed, and based on that you have to devise a strategy for them. Okay, now also I will just show you because you have to be clear about that. See, we have a DL, 2 DC, where one is a sweeper, DR, which is a DL, one is a wingback and a fullback, a DMC, one MC, one winger, and one is a second striker. Okay, Rooney is actually a second striker, your AMR, one forward and a striker. Okay, so we have a formation set and ready. Okay, now we will see the match, which is still again 3-2-2, whatever. Okay, now we will actually play this event match. This event is actually getting really difficult because I don't know. Everybody seems to be really smart now. Okay, I will actually change the tactics. It's better that I play mixed. Okay, because down by flanks we will see later. I'll just put mixed and everything else looks okay. Okay, so number 32 is the second striker here. He will always be in the center, so I will not be mentioning about him because we have talked about second striker a lot of time. Okay, so I won't be mentioning about him, and we will see the other positions which I spoke about, like your libero, your fullback, and your forward and your striker. Okay, see, now the difference here is your libero actually falls last. Okay, and your DC actually goes a little forward, where your fullback actually crosses the center line, but your wing back will not cross. Okay, you can go back and check if you want. So uh, these are actually clear differences that you can see in a match. When you play, you see, a wing back will come only up till there, whereas a fullback will go even further. So he will actually assist along the wings throughout the match, and we will see again the portion where a libero performs. We will see. Hmm? See here again, the libero is actually trying to. Your his number is number 26, and he will be, almost covering up there. Okay, he will be roaming around there, clearing all the. He won't be marking anybody. That is what you must understand. See, he is actually staying alone. Number 26 is actually staying alone. He won't be marking even though he is a DC. He actually performs only the sweeper role. So he won't be marking anyone, and he will simply be pushing through the breakthrough passes. Okay, see now here. One person has actually broken through the defense and come and has came close to the penalty box, so he will be marking him, and as soon as a cross will come to him, sure, so when a cross comes, he will be clearing it. That is the exact job of a libero. Any breakthrough will be cleared. Okay, and he will only mark the person who actually breaks the first line of defense. So that's how a libero works. Okay. Now we will see. I will try and tell you what a forward and a striker does, and with that I think we will actually get a clear idea. Now we will see the play of a forward and a striker. Okay, so number 9 is a forward and number 5 is actually a striker. You see clearly the number 9 is actually building up the play, and he actually comes from the center building up, and from there he will try and come to the penalty box. But number 5 is not like that. He will actually move close to the striker will only be there in the penalty box. When he finds an opportunity, he will score. But a forward is not like that. A forward will actually build the play. Now, to understand that, I think we should go attacking. Then you can clearly know how both of them play. What happened? I shifted to attack. So I think the play has already started before that. Probably the next play. Now one thing you must understand is when you actually deploy players in the striker's box, okay, they will not be taking part in the team's defensive play. They will actually see, they won't be actually taking part in the defensive play. I think we will see it, and if I see it, I'll show you clearly. See, two players are actually staying behind. Now that is because they both of them are strikers. Now if you place them as a winger, they will still be taking part in the defense, but the forwards, they will not. They will they will be remaining. See, like this. They will be remaining um, in the opponent's half, trying to get a breakthrough. So that's how forwards and work. Okay, here you can clearly see the forward is actually moving up to the GK, not the forward, the striker. Only the striker does that. Okay, he is actually moving up to the GK even before the GK passes the wall. Only only striker does that. A forward will never do that. They will actually fall behind. Okay, and whenever a striker gets a pass or a cross from a winger or any assisting player, he will be there in the penalty box just to do that. Okay, just to convert the cross or the pass to a goal. Okay, so each position here in top 11 sometimes makes sense. Okay, so you have to identify all those. See, I think, see, the forward is actually staying there only in the penalty box, and as soon as a cross comes, he will convert it. What a miss. Okay, so I think we got an idea of what each position does here, and you must actually look into everything the next time you play. Try to use these and devise your own strategy and play better. Okay, so that's it in this week's positional play, or the importance of each positions that you find in top 11. Okay, so once again, I'm requesting everybody to subscribe. Kindly do subscribe and help me with that. So until the next time, this is Justy signing off from Charlie's Diary. Take care, guys.